Here's Graham Gano out for the opening kick. And away we go at the link. From a couple of yards deep, this is going to come out. Not the kick to bring out of the end zone, Brock. He is stopped well shy of where a touchback would have been. All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10.
Great, set.
Starting on the ground here with Barkley. And this defense offering no room at all up the gut there. No gain. Brought to a halt by Deonte Banks. No gain there that time, and it's 2nd and 10. Hurts now from the gun. Stays in the pocket. Now he's headed out left. And he slides down with enough to pick up that first. They get 13 on the pickup. And that's good for an Eagles first down. Shotgun snap for Hurts. Escapes out to the left. He calls his own number again. And they'll manage to contain him after about a 6-yard pickup. Bobby Okereke making that stop.
Tick, 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 tick. You know, his internal clock right there told him it was time to escape, and good thing he listened to it. He was able to make something out of nothing and at least move them forward.
On 2nd down, here's Barkley. And he's swallowed up in the middle, no gain on the run. Dexter Lawrence on the tackle. They'll need 4 to convert now after no gain on 2nd down.
Big man up front said, "Not in my house." Let me tell you, Kate, once you're in the grasp of one of those big old fellas on the D-line, you're done. They would say it on the East Coast like this: it's over. Over.
Complete beyond the marker. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your 3rd downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
On 1st down, Hurts. Connection made to Coleman. And he made a bid for midfield there, but stopped on his own side at the 49.
Yeah, these in cuts maybe aren't the hardest throws from a degree of difficulty, Kate, but it does take some courage as a quarterback to throw into congested spaces, but it can pay big dividends.
Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. This one finds Goddard. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
They've got to like how they've been moving it early here. It's down to the opposing 45-yard line. 1st down, a run with Barkley. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
To play running back in this league, well, you've got to have tremendous vision. We saw it twice. Once to find the lane upfield, and then to get to space and break off some extra yards.
1st down, and they go right back to it. Good little rip there. Looks like about 6. Micah McFadden able to make the play. Give him around 6. That's going to make it 2nd and 4. They go to Barkley again. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
Looking to throw on 3rd and 1. Barkley's got it. And he stopped cold at the spot. We won't keep paid for that one, but hey, still enough for that 1st down.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of 3rd downs just like that.
On the draw, it's Barkley. And he's brought down after for a nice gain and a first down. Give him 13 on that play. And that gives them first and goal. One quarter down for these two NFC East teams. Hopefully no shortage of excitement coming up in the second. We'll return to the link right after this. We're back and excited to start the second. Eagles in a nice spot to put up points. They're going to run with Barkley. And the power play up the gut only results in 2 yards.
Hey, I get it on first and goal, right? A lot of teams like to be conservative and limit risk. Even if a run is stopped short, you still got 2, sometimes 3 downs to play with.
Second and goal coming up, 5 yards to the end zone.
No touch, set. No touch.
They'll try again with Barkley. And he's brought down real close to that goal line at the 1. He gets a chunk of 4 yards, leaving them just a yard from the end zone. Third and goal.
Well, you haven't given up the goal line yet, but this offense is moving closer and closer. Now might be the time defensively to get a little more aggressive, try to stick them with a loss, and make a difficult fourth down decision.
And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
It's after plays like these, Kate, I love to study the body language. What is that offense doing after getting stuffed inside on a run like that? And more importantly, how much does it energize that defense?
The kick by Hopkins is good. And that's going to get them on the scoreboard.
Well, I know once that drive stalls out, that's where it really pays to have that reliable kicker on the sideline ready to bail you out. And he knocks that one right through to give him the lead.
Kickoff taken at the 3. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. Drive will start out with a 1st and 10. They send a tight end in motion. From the gun, it's Tracy. And they'll surrender just a lone yard. That brings up 2nd down.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. That's complete to Darius Slayton. And it's good yardage, but they tackle him short of the sticks.
You know what I love to say? You never go broke taking a profit, and you often gain profits when you use your eyes as a quarterback. Those hitch routes, those underneath throws, oftentimes it's the eyes of the quarterback looking downfield and then taking that short completion.
3rd down, 1 yard to go. They'll go left side with Tracy. Has the 1st and more past midfield. And he has this all the way across to the opposing 45. They pick up 20 yards there. And the Giants will have a 1st down.
Win the early battle. Get a little leverage. Low man wins off the line, and that's all that was needed to ensure that 1st down right there.
Ball on the 45, 1st and 10. Looking to the air here. Man there, it's Malik Neighbors. And he'll be brought down at about the 29. It's a great pickup, 16 yards, and now they've got 1st down. Shotgun snap, a gift to Tracy. And he runs this one down to the 22-yard line. It's a solid 7-yard pickup on first down. Now they're going to have 2nd and 3. It's the 2-minute warning now from the Link. The Giants in need of some points before the break. 2nd and 3 now. We send a man in motion. From the 22 on 2nd down. Catch made, Tyrone Tracy. And he's going to take this across. Touchdown, New York. The Giants get some late points and the lead. Graham Gano to tack on the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Giants one up the opposing field goal. They start with 7 on their opening drive. Gano ready to send this away. And it bounces out of the end zone, so they'll set up shop at the 30. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10.
No touch that. No touch.
Now they'll throw out of the gun. And the Giants are too much. They take him down. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Those defenses spend all week trying to find that numbers advantage. How can I get a guy free? Or how do I get my best rusher in a one-on-one to beat him and get home and get that sack? That was study put into action for the SACK.
Decent gain here, but short of the first. Eagles hustling everyone back to the line. On 3rd down, it's Hurts. He has the first over the middle. And what a hit there. Ouch, she faced the press for moving the chains that time.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your 3rd downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
That's caught by A.J. Brown. And a solid gain there. Gets him across the 45 before he goes out.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for on 1st down. Textbook. It sets up 2nd and very manageable, and then creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
That's into the hands of Barkley. And he works this to the 38 before going down. Timeout taken by the Eagles. That's going to be their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
To this day, I can still see the faces of the big guys in the huddle. When you call a screen like that, instead of them just getting knocked backwards, they get to be salesmen. They get to push those linemen downfield and then tee off and go.
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. Timeout taken by the offense. They're 2nd. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half.
This is one of those cases, Kate, where basketball and football blend together. You know, great zone defenses in basketball. You think about them through the years. They trust one another. They know where they are as defenders on that court. Same thing in coverage. When you trust one another, when you communicate, good things happen. Just like that, you suffocate a pocket because there's nowhere for the quarterback to go.
He was looking for Dallas Goedert there. And things look tougher now with 3rd and long. Part of what's earned him status, Brock, is one of the league's better tight ends. Are those hands, right? His dependable hands. So shouts to the defense there because he wasn't able to hang on that time.
Kate, it's one thing for these defenders to separate a receiver from the ball, but to do so on a stud tight end, that's big time.
Here he is on 3rd and long. Got the big yards on the right side. And he'll get this inside the 10 to the 9.
One thing we don't have in football is we don't have that radar gun. But if we did, Kate, this is the kind of throw, when you throw it that deep outside the numbers, that requires a serious fastball, serious arm strength, and he just showed it off.
Four downs now to get in. Here's 1st and goal.
Great. No touch.
From the red zone now. Almost had 6, but can't find him in the end zone. Incomplete. That throw doesn't lead to 6. It's 2nd and goal.
Oh, that is going to haunt him. A drop touchdown in the end zone. We'll see how good his mental toughness is, if he can move past it quickly and make an impact for them later.
Carla Vianney! Carla Vianney! Michael Hornet!
A final throw before the break. And he has the catch. Gets both feet in. That's a touchdown. The Eagles take a lead on the final play of the half. Now Jake Elliott on to attempt the extra point. And his kick is good. What an ending to our opening half as they take the lead. So we finished 2 quarters. A couple more to come after this short break. More of the NFL on EA Sports after this. Back from the break, I'm Kate Scott, joined by Brock Heward, and we are just moments away from the beginning of our second half. Elliott's all set for the kickoff. Here's Kevontae Turpin on the return. Now bottle him up as he gets the return to the 30.
Well, that's exactly the way you want to come out of the locker room to begin the second half. And really, Kate, this third phase of the game, the special teams, you just see the boost and the energy they can give to their team when they deliver a nice return to start this second half.
1st and 10 now from the 30. A give right side to Tracy. Oh, he gets clobbered behind the line.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few. He got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
All right, here we go. 2nd down.
Let's go!
Throwing from the gun here. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete.
You need to buy your receivers enough time to get open along your route, and your quarterback enough time to find and hit them with the throw. When the line doesn't hold up, incompletions follow.
Third and long for him here. Taking his shot, deep down the field it goes. That's complete inside the 35. Touchdown, New York! The Giants take the lead right away in half number 2. So no mistaking that play call, Brock. They send everybody on deep goes, and it winds up paying off. What a play.
And you'd think on the other side defensively they'd be ready for this. But this is truly a breakdown in the secondary. They're just not able to make a play on the ball in the air. And the end result, as you said, a big play and a touchdown.
Gano ready to send this away. And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30.
Great.
Hurts to throw. He'll get this one to Brown. And he's going to get this up close to the 40 before going out.
That is a textbook first down completion. Sets up second and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
No touch that. Hey, easy, 63, bang. No touch.
From the 38. Has a man, it's Brown. And he's going to be brought down at the 42. 3 yards there and enough to move the chains.
I'm sure Coach, the play caller, doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
Able to get it to Barkley. He's got a gain of 6 there. Micah McFadden able to make the play.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on first down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for second down. On the third and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
Has him on the quick hitter. And he pushes this down to the 42 before going down. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the first down.
It sure seemed like he knew exactly where he was going with that right off the snap.
They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42.
Great, set.
Straight ahead, here's Barkley. And he gets absolutely popped to end that one. First down play nets him 5. It's going to be 2nd and 5.
That run's not going to turn many heads, but at the end of the year, I promise you, if you average over 5 yards a run, you can be a Pro Bowler.
Hands it to the receiver here in motion. Oh, look at this sweep. And his drive forward halted after a couple of yards. Brian Burns coming up with the stop. Give him 2 on the run. That's going to set him up with 3rd and 4.
No touch.
Hurts looking to throw. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And they haul him down just a foot or 2 shy of the red zone. That play gains 15, and it moves the sticks.
Year after year, the best offenses are multifaceted. It's not just the receivers or the tight ends that can make plays through the air. When you get running backs that can attack the middle of the field like that, man, is it difficult on the defense.
And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. They pick up 20 yards there, and that will set up 1st and goal.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only 1? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
Great, set.
He'll try to do it himself. And he's in for the touchdown. The Eagles grab the lead on their first series of the half. Jalen Hurts with the touchdown. He finds his way in on the sneak. The fact that they pulled that out on a 1st and goal, Brock, didn't wait for a later down. Gotta imagine that played a part in its success, don't you?
Yeah, I don't think there's any question about it. It sure did, and I would have loved to see those eyes in the huddle, right? When you call QB sneak and you look at those guys in the huddle, the big guys in particular, many times they will tell you with their body language, we're ready to go, and that group certainly was.
Elliott's all set for the kickoff. Turpin with a return. This return makes it up to the 25. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Staying between the tackles with Tracy. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
This is one of those plays that I wish we had the huddle mic'd up, Kate, because I can assure you that offensive line in their own way is telling that running back, sorry, we did not give you any chance.
Back to the line they go. It's 2nd down. Dropping back to throw. Searches from the pocket. They left him wide open. It's complete. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. He'll move the sticks after ripping off a gain of 28. 1st and 10 from a yard shy of midfield. They just get the play off. Caught by Theo Johnson. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. A touchdown aside in that frame as we run out of time in the 3rd quarter. It's Giants football. They're on a mission here. They trail entering the 4th. He brings the offense up now for a 1st and 10. Man in motion here. Throwing now from the gun. Chased out to his right. Did not like what he was seeing, Brock, and he just hurls this one away.
You hear so many programs all around the league talk about it's all about the ball. It's all about the ball. Well, discretion, the better part of valor in a lot of cases. And right there, he understood it's all about the ball, and I'm not going to risk a turnover wisely, throwing it away.
A handoff to Tracy. What a hit! He gets flattened to the ground. No gain on the play, and they still need 10 now on third down.
Well, one defender failed. Well, his buddy was there to swarm to the ball and make that play just as it gets to the line of scrimmage.
They'll throw on third and long. He's on the move. He's running for it. And he goes out approaching that 10-yard line. 16 yards on the play. And it's good enough for a New York first down. On the handoff, this is Tracy. And they bring him down pretty quickly at the 10. Give him a few yards on that run. It's 2nd and 7. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Cut near the goal line. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down. Third and just 2 to go. Coming left is Tracy. And he will take it in for the New York touchdown. The Giants take a fourth-quarter lead. So that, Brock, an important score here as they move out in front.
You know, Kate, this is the time of the game where fatigue starts to set in every once in a while. But that right there was a determined-looking drive. They were not going to be denied and able to score and take the lead.
Gano ready to send this away. Return starts from the goal line. Returnable from near the end zone. And he's out of bounds at the 16. Going to be a long field ahead for them on this possession. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10.
No touch, sir.
They give to Barkley, left side. And he found some running room for a nice gain. Just a little short, but still a 9-yard pickup. That's going to bring up 2nd and 1.
Well, that doesn't net a first down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
Here's another carry for Barkley. And a massive hit at the end of that play. Oh, baby. But he hangs on through it. Still able to get that first down.
Kate, I know you can see that smile on my face as we stand next to each other. Sure, I love that run. But I'm thinking about some great running backs. In fact, Corey Dillon, who created a lot of negative grades on my play sheet because I didn't want to carry out no fake. I wanted to watch the damage he could do like we just...
Space, left sideline, and he's off to the races. It's a Philadelphia touchdown. The Eagles take a fourth-quarter lead. Pretty important PAT here, Brock, to make it a field goal game. The point after splits the uprights. And the Eagles push their lead to 3. Elliott's all set for the kickoff. Return starts at the 3. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. Giants ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10.
Let's go now. Go.
Trying the right side with Tracy. And he's brought down for a loss. Offense up to the line fast. 2nd and 12 behind the sticks. That's going to be an incomplete pass on the throw to the right.
The offense not shy about sending them downfield to try and stretch that secondary. Even still, one of the deeper targets you'll see him get. It's a shame they couldn't find a connection.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. Back to throw it. Complete beyond the marker. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. It's a gain of 17 on that one. And the Giants will have a 1st down. New slated downs to approach here from the 40. To the air now on 1st and 10. And really, no, he's not going to escape. They take him down on a pivotal play late in this ball game. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
That sure ended up being a worst-case scenario. Pass rush just kept coming and bearing down. And he was looking for an escape that wasn't there. It's just one of those plays in hindsight, Kate, where you really got to understand, I got to cut bait, cut my losses, and avoid such a negative play.
And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. Setting up to pass. Finds a seam down the middle. And they've got him down near the red zone at the 22. The Giants using their 1st timeout. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game.
I love throwing on 1st down. And when you see a 1st down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you plan for, and you go out and execute.
Here's Tracy. And he may have just reached the edge of the red zone before going down. Only 2 yards, and it brings up 2nd and 8. Here's Tracy once more. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. Timeout calls, and that's going to be the 2nd for New York. Still 1 more in their pocket to use. Third and 6 for them to figure out now. Quick pass, right side, complete. And he will score and give them the lead in the final minute. Absolutely clutch score there, Brock, as they take the lead here in the final minute.
Incredible execution. The moment not too big for any of them. And, Kate, they cashed in when it really mattered.
Now a crucial point after to stretch the lead beyond a field goal. And it's good, so they take the lead, and the extra point buys them some breathing room. A field goal does not tie it now. Gano ready to send this away. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10.
Great, set. Delta.
Back to throw. Big catch made, and he got both feet in. He finds him 16 yards and a new set of downs.
That's pretty impressive, Kate. I mean, to have the awareness, the body control to not just secure the ball, but to keep both feet down on the sideline.
All their timeouts left, but not much time itself. It's 1st and 10. He'll look to throw it. That could be it, folks. It's intercepted. Isaiah Simmons picks it off. And the Giants make the play that should win them this game.
I've not yet in my lifetime come across a defender who hasn't told me how great an offensive player they were back in the day. Oh, you should have seen me as a runner.